Long story short, what was supposed to be an extremely ambitious open world survival zombie game at first was not supposed to happen anymore. This game failed pretty much all of its backers who spent money to support it for it to come to fruition, and the developers never created something solid, something that's worth playing and remembering. Myself, I had completely forgot this game even existed, and for some really good reasons, and it has been like that for years now. But now out of nowhere, a new interesting video from the game's channel released. Let's get into it. Before we go into all of these pretty exciting details, this is the quick story of Dead Matter, a game that so far scammed everyone.
Dead Matter is a true sandbox survival horror game. You will fight to survive in a zombie-packed, post-apocalyptic world designed from the bottom up to foster whichever playstyle suits you best. Home to many threats, post-apocalyptic Alberta will throw everything it can at you, from hordes of flesh-crazed undead to AI trying to make their way through the world.
Believe it or not, this game has been revealed more than 5 years ago, and I have been covering it ever since. 2017 was the literal best year for survival games. Everyone wanted more survival games, and ambitious ones, and that is when Dead Matter appeared. It looked amazing, and all of us, as the newbies that we were, got fooled into its marketing campaign that raised more than $4 million. 4 million, guys, and this game still hasn't released or showed something proper. Well, until now that is, but still, this has been such a scam until now. It promised a unique, vast, detailed, and exciting open world zombie game filled with zombies and other players. You could build your house anywhere on the map, add electricity, defenses, decorations, or try and live a tranquil life in the middle of the woods with your tent and equipment. And you could also live in different vehicles like RVs and such, all going through different seasons that would affect the world and its inhabitants like yourself. There's weapon customization, character customization, and so on. Pretty much a dream survival game, but as with so many survival games, Dead Matter failed and faded into the abyss. Fast forward many years later, right now at the time of this video, the developers released the Dead Matter Road to Early Access blog. While this game is still alive, I'm not sure if I should be skeptical or excited about it. As what was expected, Dead Matter has changed a lot. For example, the experience is overall a lot more polished and the combat looks a little bit more gruesome and fast-paced, but things needed to be removed to add these elements. First of all, they said they have hired a lot of industry veterans to work on Dead Matter's upcoming release and beyond. I hope they're not lying on this. And the first major elements that needed improvement was the zombies. The zombies now act more real and look more real than before. They will also move more strategically and are far more dangerous because they can now come in hordes if you are not careful of what you're doing. These roaming hordes provide the player with a more defined gameplay loop of infected combat. Also, this new spawn system offers players the trackable groups of infected for them to strategize playstyles around, whether you stealthily avoid them, reduce the group over time by killing stragglers, or decide to rush them head on. The devs also went for a shorter, more alive open world rather than a big empty one. At first, Dead Matter's world was massive but not what they wanted, and so they reduced the scope to include much more things to do, buildings to enter, and overall something that feels more alive. Though as future updates come, they will continue to expand the map on and on and on with brand new locations, all in a beautiful and alive Canada environment. I really hope they're not lying on this. I really hope it's gonna be something worth playing and something worth exploring. They also improved the lighting and overall feel of the world itself so you get more immersed. They also completely overhauled the loot system, where much better loot will be found in dangerous locations, while you can still find some really useful items in normal locations around the world if you're lucky enough. Now here's the game's new official description. Dead Matter takes place in the stunningly beautiful Alberta Rocky Mountains. The early access launch will focus on the town of Dead Man's Flats and the surrounding area, and they will expand the map with subsequent updates. They want their open world to feel rich with detail and challenging for players. Game challenges players to deal with various survival problems like hunger, thirst, injuries, sickness, and etc. To deal with these ever-present concerns, you will need to explore various locations and areas to find the proper supplies. Be careful though, as dangers like infected or opposing players frequent the most valuable areas. Dead Matter features a robust multiplayer. Playing online adds a whole new level of survival gameplay, where you must decide if you want to team up with fellow survivors or play as a lone wolf and try and kill other players and zombies, or live a tranquil life in the middle of the wood. The choice is yours, and there is plenty of vehicles to choose from and live into. Okay, so even after this log, I'm not really sure of what to think of this game. I mean, I hope I'm not the only one, but I cannot trust these developers yet, because they have not proven themselves themselves once, not even once. For a $4 million game, this is not the best thing ever, and I'm pretty disappointed about it. Where is all the money the people gave? Is this really a 4 million game? There's not a release date for early access 2, so we just have empty words for now. Let me know what you guys think, and make sure you support this video for more on this game and what happens to it, and of course subscribe to stay tuned.